There are a lot of rare clothing items in GTA 5, such as the holiday sweaters, the Sasquatch outfit, or even the unicorn mask. But the largest category for rare clothing pieces by far is the tops category, which includes shirts, jackets, and more. However, there's a lot of different ways that you can obtain these different shirts. So instead of covering all 537 tops that are rare in the game, we're going to start by covering 100 of the rarest shirts that you can still unlock right now. Starting off with the two rarest shirts that are probably the hardest to obtain, we have the Kiflam t-shirt, which is only obtainable via a very rare occasion when you black out after drinking a Macbeth whiskey shot at either the nightclub or casino. Some get very lucky and only have to take a few shots, while others have to take the shot over a couple hundred times. But if you spawn at the Epsilon Center in Rockford Hills wearing this shirt, it is yours to keep. In a similar fashion, the Nazar Speaks t-shirt has a chance to be awarded when using the Nazar Speaks arcade machine within your arcade. Similar to some other features that can take place via random chance at this machine, following a specific voice line, you'll unlock this shirt within your closet. Moving on to some t-shirts you can unlock from owning the nightclub, the black Solomon yellow logo tee is awarded to the player after dancing to Solomon's set in the nightclub for over 60 minutes. Similarly, if you dance to the set of Tale of Us for 60 minutes, you'll unlock the black Tale of Us emblem tee. The same can be said for the Blacks in Wilderness tee for Dixon's set, as well as the black on black Madonna emblem tee for dancing to the Black Madonna set for the same amount of time. Now, the largest section of shirts that you can still unlock today that are considered rare that most players don't have are obtainable within the arcade. So, if you want to have some fun playing arcade games and prove it by unlocking some rare shirts, listen closely. To start, there are 5 shirts you can win from playing the Invade and Persuade arcade game, and they include the Invade and Persuade green tee, which is awarded to the player after finishing a stage with 7 or more lives remaining. The Invade and Persuade Ron tee requires a finishing score of more than $2 million. The Oil tee requires you to collect 88 oil barrels in a single run. The Enemies t-shirt is awarded after killing 100 animals within a single run. And the last Invade and Persuade shirt is the Tour t-shirt, which is awarded after traveling a total of 3,474 kilometers in the lunar finale of the game. Heading over to the game that you get for free when you buy the arcade is the Street Crimes Gang Wars edition, which has 5 shirts available. The Crimes Action tee requires you to win a round without dying. Street Crimes Punks tee is rewarded for winning 20 games as the Punks, which is very similar to the Yokels tee for winning 20 games as the Yokels. Almost identical, the Hoods tee is for winning 20 games as the Hoods. And finally, the Bikers tee, which you could probably guess already, requires you to win 20 games as the Bikers. By playing the arcade game Space Monkey 3 Bananas Gone Bad, you can actually unlock 6 different t-shirts. The simple, stylish Space Monkey 3 tee is awarded by finishing any stage without taking any damage. The Space Monkey Spacecrafts tee requires you to finish the game without use of any power-ups or pickups. The Pixel version of the t-shirt requires you to gain 3 million points in a single game, while Space Monkey Boss Fight is awarded for beating all 3 main challenges, which is the same requirement for the unique Radioactive Monkey tee, as well as the Space Monkey Art tee. If you're a bigger fan of arcade-like shooting games, perhaps you should unlock the shirts related to Badlands Revenge 2, starting with the Badlands Revenge Pixtro tee, which is awarded to anyone who uses only pistols and completes the game. The Gunshot tee is definitely more difficult, requiring you to have 90% accuracy for an entire playthrough of the game. The Eagle t-shirt has a very American feel to it and requires you to kill 40 critters across all levels in a playthrough. There are also 4 other shirts that are all awarded for completing all 3 of the core challenges within the arcade game itself. They include the Badlands Revenge 2 Retro, the Help Me tee, the Bear tee, and the Romance tee. Moving over to a somewhat fan favorite game, I suppose, is the Wizard's Ruin, which allows you to unlock the Wizard's Ruin Rescue just for completing the game as Grog. The Vow requires you to score at least 1 million points in a single playthrough, while the Wizard's Run Loot t-shirt requires you to collect nearly 1 million treasures in a single playthrough. And then if you complete all 3 of the core challenges for this arcade game, you get Thog's Mighty Sword tee, the Thog tee, and the Thog Bod tee, which is not exactly the style of shirt I was expecting it to be. Now, if you're tired of driving the streets of Los Santos, then consider hopping into the Race and Chase arcade game. If you manage to complete a full race without crashing, you'll unlock the Race and Chase Vehicles t-shirt. If you manage to play this game on repeat and win a race with every single vehicle type, you'll get the Race and Chase Finish t-shirt. Finally, if you have a friend to play against and manage to win 40 races against them, you'll unlock the Race and Chase Decorate, which will be quite time consuming. And then, similar to the last few arcade games, there are 3 t-shirts you can unlock just for completing the 3 core challenges. And they include the Crotch Rocket tee, the Street Legal t-shirt, and the Trucking t-shirt. Now luckily we do slow down just for a moment here, as we have a couple of arcade games that only unlock 1 or 2 t-shirts themselves. If you manage to complete Defender of Faith by only pressing right, you'll unlock the Retro Defender of the Faith t-shirt. To unlock the Monkey's Paradise tee, you'll have to complete the underwater level within the Monkey's Paradise arcade game. But a bonus one here is that if you manage to get into the top 10 leaderboard of Monkey's Paradise, you'll get the Degenitron Glitch t-shirt. But if you enjoy playing the Penetrator arcade game and feel comfortable scoring over 40,000 points in a single play, then you'll be happy to know that that's how you unlock the Penetrator tee. And if you complete all the last few challenges for each of the previous 3 arcade games, you'll unlock the Defender of the Faith t-shirt. Now before we move further into the t-shirts you can unlock from the different arcade challenges, I wanted to quickly mention the new 2025 channel challenges. I've decided to carry on with the goal of ranking every single road in GTA 5 when we hit 50,000 subs on the channel. However, YouTube isn't the only place I make content, so if we hit 100,000 on TikTok, I'll rank every single enterable store in the game, and if we hit 10,000 on Twitch, I'll rank every single weapon, both of which are highly requested. No way! So feel free to find those links in the description, and we'll move on to the rest of the arcade challenge t-shirts. There are 6 t-shirts you can unlock from the Love Professor arcade game. His tee and her tee are unlockable after getting a True Love rating on the game. The Nemesis tee is unlocked for getting a Nemesis rating on the arcade game. Kind of similar to the last few, to get the Friend Zone tee, you have to have a love rating that differs from at least 7 levels between the 2 players. The Secrets tee is for beating all 3 challenges on Love Professor, and you'll also unlock the Score tee for doing the same thing. Now unfortunately, we aren't done with the luck-based challenges, because the Claw Machine is one of the most luck-based challenges there are in this game. You get 1 t-shirt for each respective shiny plushie that you pull out of the machine. They include the Socky tee, the Humpy tee, the Muffy tee, the Smoker tee, the Grindy tee, the Poopy tee, the Princess tee, the Master tee, the Wasabi Kitty tee, and if you manage to get all the plushies, you'll get the shiny Wasabi Kitty Claw tee. Not strictly related to the arcade, or perhaps even being an arcade game, but being available within the arcade and the office, the DCTL t-shirt is awarded for winning a match of Don't Cross the Line on the arcade TV, or again in the TV in your office. There are 4 shirts you can unlock from the Cubed arcade game. The Cubism tee is unlocked for reaching level 20 without using any special abilities. The Cubes tee requires you to reach level 20 without removing any blocks. The King of Cube tee is rewarded for getting first place on the leaderboards of the Cubed arcade game. The God of Cube tee is awarded to the player for getting a score of 19,000 in a single play of the Cubed arcade game. The Axe of Fury arcade game allows you to unlock 3 shirts, including the Get Metal tee for getting the highest score in the arcade game, the 1111 tee for getting the highest score 11 times in the arcade game, and the simple Axe of Fury tee, which is awarded for completing both challenges to the arcade game. And moving on to our final arcade game, the Cam Heads arcade game. The Faces of Death tee is awarded for scoring 30 headshots across all scenes. Straight to the Video tee is awarded for completing all levels using only the pistol. If you manage to kill all the costume weirdos across all the scenes, you'll get the Monkey See, Monkey Die tee. The Train to Kill tee is awarded for getting an average of 60% accuracy across all the scenes. And then the Director tee is awarded to the player for getting a 5-star rating on each of the scenes within the Camheads arcade game. And although I said we were done with the arcade games, there is one more shirt you can unlock in the arcade, and that's the Arcade Trophy tee. This t-shirt can be awarded by unlocking all of the trophies and awards within the arcade trophy case, which I'll be making a video on in the future, so consider subscribing. The final t-shirts related to the arcade don't require you to complete any challenges, but will be quite expensive if you want each and every one. You get the Akedo tee, the Degenitron tee, and the Pixtro tee just for buying an arcade. However, if you want all of these shirts, you'll have to purchase the 8-bit arcade to get the 8-bit tee. The Insert Coin tee requires you to purchase the Insert Coin arcade, Pixel Pete's tee for the Pixel Pete arcade, Video Gettin' for its respective arcade as well, Warehouse tee, the Wonderama tee, And then you get the cubed box art tee just for purchasing the cubed arcade game, which is probably the easiest one to get of these purchasable tees. Now these next few shirts may seem very simple on the surface because you don't need to purchase any properties, businesses, or anything of that nature. You just need to collect a whole bunch of things from around the map. Starting with the Frontier outfit, which I also mentioned in my Rarest Outfits video, you also get the option to unlock the top for completing and collecting all 7 outfit scraps, which can be done over 7 days. Likewise, the High Roller outfit is awarded for collecting all 54 playing cards, but this also gives you access to the High Roller jacket and the High Roller waistcoat as separate pieces of clothing. And the newest and most recent collectible-based rare t-shirt is the t-shirt you receive for collecting all 100 bags of the LD Organics products. And our last 9 t-shirts are all awarded for doing the same simple thing, and they require you to complete all Tier 3 levels at the bunker shooting range, which yes, requires you to buy a bunker and the shooting range within the bunker. These t-shirts include the yellow Shrewsbury logo tee, the green Warstock tee, the green Vom Für logo tee, the red Coil t-shirt, the black Shrewsbury tee, the white Hawk and little logo tee, the white Ammunition hoodie, the black Coil hoodie, finally the black Vom Für hoodie. So there you have it, 100 rare t-shirts that you can unlock right now. But that's not all the rare t-shirts that you can unlock right now. The other half will come in a future video and are obtainable via career progress, missions, and just completing awards within the games. So if you want to be notified when that video comes out, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you all next week for another video.